the cytoplasm is transparent. So, viewing cells with a light microscope is difficult without the aid of stains to provide contrast. Cell morphology, size and arrangement may be determined with the help of staining. Staining is an auxiliary technique used in microscopy to enhance contrast in the microscopic image. Stains and dyes are frequently used in biology and medicine to highlight structures in biological tissues for viewing, often with the aid of different microscopes. Stains may be used to define and examine bulk tissues, highlighting, for example, muscle fibers or connective tissue. Cell populations classifying different blood cells, for instance, or organelles within individual cells. In biochemistry, staining involves adding a class specific DNA, proteins, lipids, carbohydrates, dye to a substrate to qualify or quantify the presence of a specific compound. Staining and fluorescent tagging can serve similar purposes. Biological staining is also used to mark cells in a flow cytometry and to flag proteins or nucleic acids in gel electrophoresis. Staining simply means coloring of the microorganisms with a dye that emphasizes and elucidates different important structures of microorganisms including bacteria, virus, protozoa, etc. A colored compound is used to develop a contrast between the specimen and the background. The process of imparting color to the cell is known as staining. Simple staining is staining with only one stain or dye. There are various kinds of multiple staining, many of which are examples of counter staining, differential staining or both, including double staining and triple staining. Need for staining. Cells are stained to reveal the size and shape of microorganisms. The most basic reason that cells are stained is to enhance visualization of the cell or certain cellular components under a microscope. Cells may also be stained to highlight metabolic processes. Staining may also be used to differentiate between live and dead cells in a sample. Cells may also be enumerated by staining to determine biomass in an environment of interest. Cells are stained to demonstrate the presence of internal and external structures. Cells are stained to distinguish between different types of organisms. Bacteria are very small unicellular microorganisms found everywhere in nature. They are micrometers. 1 micrometer is equal to 10 to the power minus 6 meters in size. They have cell walls composed of peptidoglycan and reproduce by binary fission. Bacteria vary in their morphological features, which can be identified by staining procedures. The most common bacterial morphologies are coccus, plural cocci. Cocci are spherical bacteria. They may occur in pairs, diplococci, in groups of 4, tetracocci, in grape-like clusters, staphylococci, in chains, streptococci, or in cubical arrangements of 8 or more, Sarcini. For example, Staphylococcus aureus, Streptococcus pyogenes. Bacillus, plural bacilli. Bacilli are rod shaped bacteria. They generally occur singly, but may occasionally be found in pairs. Diplobacilli or chains, Streptobacilli. For example, Bacillus cereus, Clostridium tetani. Spirillum, plural spirella. Spirella are spiral shaped bacteria. For example, Spirillum, Vibrio, spirochete species. Some bacteria have other shapes such as Coccobacilli. Coccobacilli are elongated, spherical or ovoid form. Filamentous. Filamentous bacilli occur in long chains or threads. Fusiform. Fusiform bacilli have tapered ends. A dye is a coloring agent used for general purposes, while a stain is used for any biological specimen staining. Also, dye is crude while a stain is the purified form. A dye is a colored substance that has an affinity to the substrate to which it is being applied. The dye is generally applied in an aqueous solution and requires a mordant to improve the fastness of the dye on the material applied on. Chemically, a dye and a stain are same and may be defined as an organic unsaturated cyclic compound with chromophore and oxochrome group. The color is usually due to chromophore, while the dyeing property of salt formation is due to oxochrome. A chemical possessing only chromophore group may be a good chromogen or colored compound, but may not be a good stain or dye unless and until it has an oxochrome group. Without an oxochrome group, the chromogen is not able to bind to cells, tissues or fibers. The ability of a stain to bind to macromolecular cellular components depends on the electrical charge found on the chromogen portion as well as on the cellular components to be stained. Both dyes and stains appear to be colored because they absorb some wavelengths of light more than others. Basic dyes or stains. Basic dyes or stains that are used in biological staining ionize in solution to give cations or positively charged ions. The cation in a basic dye is the colored component of the dye molecule that binds to anionic groups of nucleic acids or acidic mucopolysaccharides. Basic dyes stain basophilic structures such as nuclei, ribosomes, etc. Examples of basic dyes are methylene blue, toluidine blue, thionine and crystal violet. Acid dyes are the dyes containing acidic group and are used in staining biological specimens. Acid dyes stain acidophilic structures, example cytoplasm, basic tissue proteins. Example of acid dyes are Indian ink, Congo red, nigrosin. A compound of an acid dye and a basic dye used in staining biological specimens for microscopic viewing is known as a neutral dye. Neutral dyes are produced by combining basic and acidic dyes. Eosinate of methylene blue and Diemsa stain are examples of a neutral dye. Usually, basic stains are used to examine bacteria. Basic stains, due to their positive charge, bind electrostatically to negatively charged molecules such as many polysaccharides, proteins and nucleic acids. Acid stains bind to positively charged molecules which are much less common, meaning acidic stains are used only for special purposes. Some commonly encountered basic stains are crystal violet, safranin, a red dye and methylene blue. Basic stains may be used alone, a simple stain, or in combination differential stains depending on the experiments involved. Slightly different techniques are used for preparing bacteria for staining depending on whether the bacteria are growing on agar or in broth. The concentration of bacteria in a colony on an agar plate is extremely high. Thus, the major problem is having so many bacteria in the loop that they form a dense mass on the slide. As a result, individual cells stain poorly and therefore, their morphology is hard to distinguish. In broth, the bacteria are relatively dispersed. So, we have to ensure that we get a sufficient number of organisms onto the microscopic slide, so that they can be studied easily. There are three kinds of staining techniques: simple stains, differential stains and special stains. Simple staining. Simple staining is also referred to as monochrome staining, since only one dye is employed for the coloration of the bacterial smear. The surface of a bacterial cell has an overall acidic characteristic because of the large amount of carboxyl groups located on the cell surface due to acidic amino acids. Therefore, when ionization of carboxyl group takes place, it imparts negative charge to the cell surface. COOH gives COO negative and H positive. H positive is removed and the surface of the bacteria becomes negatively charged, and a positively charged dye like methylene blue attaches to the negatively charged surface and gives it a colored appearance. Methylene blue chloride gives methylene blue positive and Cl negative. Negative staining. Negative staining is a technique by which bacterial cells are not stained, but are made visible against a dark background. Acidic dyes like eosin and nigrosin are employed for this method. Though negative staining is not very popular, it has an advantage over the direct or positive staining methods for studying the morphology of cells. This is because the cells do not receive vigorous physical or chemical treatments. The coloring power of acidic dye, example eosin in sodium eosinate, has a negative charge. Therefore, it does not combine with the negatively charged bacterial cell surface. On the other hand, it forms a deposit around the cell. As a result, the bacterial cell appears to be colorless against a dark background. Some suitable negative stains include ammonium molybdenate, uranyl acetate, uranyl formate, phosphotungstenic acid, osmium tetroxide and osmium ferricyanide. These have been chosen because they scatter electrons well and also adsorb well to biological matter. Negative staining is used to view viruses, bacteria, bacterial flagella, biological membrane structures and proteins or protein aggregates, which all have low electron scattering power. The staining procedure, which differentiates or distinguishes between types of bacteria, is termed as differential staining technique. Methods for simple staining impart same color to all bacteria and other biological material with slight variation in shade. On the other hand, differential staining methods impart distinctive color only to certain types of bacteria. The basic principle underlying this differentiation is due to the different chemical and physical properties of a cell, and as a result they react differently with the staining reagents. Differential staining procedure utilizes more than one stain. In some techniques, the stains are applied separately, while in others it is applied as a combination. There are two most important differential stains, namely Gram stain and acid fast stain. Gram stain is one of the most important and widely used differential stains. It has great taxonomic significance and is often the first step in the identification of an unknown prokaryotic organism. This technique divides bacteria into two groups, gram positive and gram negative. Gram positive are those which retain primary dye like crystal violet and appear deep violet in color, and gram negative are those which lose the primary dye on the application of a decolorizer and take the color of a counter stain like safranin or basic fuchsin. Gram stain mechanism. Gram positive bacteria have a thick mesh like cell wall made of peptidoglycan, constituting about 50 to 90% of the cell wall. They look purple on staining. Gram negative bacteria have a thinner layer of peptidoglycan constituting about 10% of the cell wall. They turn pink on staining. Gram negative bacteria also have an additional outer membrane which contains lipids. There are 4 basic steps of gram stain, which include applying a primary stain crystal violet to a heat fixed smear of a bacterial culture, followed by the addition of a trapping agent grams iodine, rapid decolorization with alcohol or acetone, and counter staining with safranin. Basic fuchsin is sometimes substituted for safranin since it stains anaerobic bacteria more intensely. However, it is much less commonly employed as a counter stain. Crystal violet CV dissociates in aqueous solutions into CV positive and chloride Cl negative ions. These ions penetrate through the cell wall and cell membrane of both gram positive and gram negative cells. The CV positive ion interacts with negatively charged components of bacterial cells and stains the cell purple. Iodine I negative or I3 negative interacts with CV positive and forms large complexes of crystal violet and iodine CVI complex within the inner and outer layers of the cell. Iodine is often referred to as a mordant, but it is trapping agent that prevents the removal of the CVI complex and therefore colors the cell. When a decolorizer such as alcohol or acetone is added, it interacts with the lipids of the cell membrane. A gram negative cell will lose its outer membrane and the lipopolysaccharide layer is left exposed. The CVI complexes are washed from the gram negative cell along with the outer membrane. In contrast, a gram positive cell becomes dehydrated from an ethanol treatment. The large CVI complexes become trapped within the gram positive cell due to the multi-layered nature of its peptidoglycan. After decolorization, the gram positive cell remains purple and the gram negative cell loses its purple color. Counter stain, which is usually positively charged safranin or basic fuchsin, is applied last to give a decolorized gram negative bacteria a pink or red color. Steps of gram staining. The 4 basic steps of gram staining are: application of the primary stain crystal violet CV to a heat fixed smear of bacterial culture, addition of grams iodine, decolorization with 95% ethyl alcohol, counter stain with safranin. Importance of a gram stain. Gram staining is a very important preliminary step in the initial characterization and classification of bacteria. It is also a key procedure in the identification of bacteria based on staining characteristics, enabling the bacteria to be examined using a light microscope. The bacteria present in an unstained smear are invisible when viewed using a light microscope. Once stained, the morphology and arrangement of the bacteria may be observed as well. It is also an important step in the screening of infectious agents in clinical specimens, such as direct smears from a patient. The gram stain procedure enables bacteria to retain color of the stains based on the differences in the chemical and physical properties of the cell wall. Gram positive bacteria. Gram positive bacteria stain dark purple as they retain the primary dye called crystal violet in the cell wall. Example: Staphylococcus aureus. Gram negative bacteria. Gram negative bacteria stain red or pink due to retaining the counter staining dye called safranin. Example: Escherichia coli. Acid fast staining is extensively used in the diagnosis of tuberculosis and leprosy. Acid fastness property in certain mycobacteria and some species of nocardia is correlated with their high lipid content. Due to high lipid content of cell wall, in some cases 60% weight by weight, acid fast cells have relatively low permeability to dye and hence it is difficult to stain them. For the staining of these bacteria, penetration of primary dye is facilitated with the use of 5% aqueous phenol, which acts as a chemical intensifier. In addition, heat is also applied, acting as a physical intensifier. Once these cells are stained, it is difficult to decolorize them. Zeil and Nielsen independently proposed the acid fast stain in 1882-1883, which is commonly used today. In this procedure, for staining, the smear is prepared and fixed by gentle heating. The smear is then flooded with carbol fission and the slide is heated from below till steam rises for 5 minutes. The slide is allowed to cool. It is also washed with water. The smear is then decolorized in 20% sulfuric acid till red color no longer comes out. It is counter stained with 1% aqueous solution of malachite green or Loeffler's methylene blue for 15 to 20 seconds, washed, blotted, dried and examined under oil immersion objective. Bacterial endospores are metabolically inactive, highly resistant structures produced by some bacteria as a defensive strategy against unfavorable environmental conditions. The bacteria can remain in this suspended state until conditions become favorable and they can germinate and return to their vegetative state. The primary stain applied is malachite green, which stains both vegetative cells and endospores. Heat is applied to help the primary stain to penetrate the endospore. The cells are then decolorized with water, which removes the malachite green from the vegetative cell, but not the endospore. Safranin is then applied to counter stain any cells which have been decolorized. At the end of the staining process, vegetative cells will be pink and endospores will be dark green. Cell wall staining is used to highlight the cell wall and therefore provide an improved look at cell morphology. In this method, cells swell up, but this enlargement occurs proportionally, so that the shape of the cell is maintained. This technique is useful in determining the morphology of smaller cocci and coccobacillary forms. Cell wall staining uses cetyl pyridinium chloride, Congo red stain and methylene blue stain for counter staining. Most bacterial cell walls have a net anionic negative charge. Cetyl pyridinium chloride is a cationic solution that places a positive charge on the cell wall exterior by sticking to the negative charge on the cell wall. The Congo red is negatively charged and when introduced can now stick to the positive charge of the added cetyl pyridinium chloride. Bacteria have locomotory organs known as flagella. Flagellum is a thin hair-like structure made up of protein called flagellin. Its size ranges from 20 microns to 200 microns in length. As flagella are very thin and hair-like, they cannot be easily observed under the microscope. So, a special technique is designed to increase the thickness of flagella as well as to stain it. Due to this technique, we can observe structure of flagella easily under the microscope. The leaf sense stain is used, which is made up of tannic acid, basic fuchsin stain prepared in alcohol base. When we treat the cell with leaf sense stain, tannic acid gets attached to the flagella and alcohol gets evaporated. After evaporation of alcohol, the thickness of flagella increases due to deposition of tannic acid. The basic fuchsin stains the flagella. After leaf sense stain treatment, cells are treated with methylene blue stain. This methylene blue stains the cell. Under the microscope, flagella appears red in color and bacterial cell appears blue-green in color. Metachromatic granules, also known as food granules, are found in Corynebacterium diphtheri. It is named as metachromatic because of its property of changing color, that is, when stained with blue stain, they appear red in color. Albert stain is used for staining the volutin granules, also known as metachromatic granules. When grown in Loeffler slope, Corynebacterium diphtheri produces a large number of granules. Albert stain is basically made up of two stains, that is toluidine blue O and malachite green, both of which are basic dyes with high affinity for acidic tissue components like cytoplasm. The pH of Albert stain is adjusted to 2.8 by using acetic acid, which becomes basic for volutin granules, as pH of volutin granule is highly acidic. Therefore, on applying Albert stain to the smear, Toluidine blue O stains volutin granules, that is the most acidic part of the cell, and malachite green stains the cytoplasm to blue green. On adding Albert iodine, the metachromatic property is not observed and granules appear blue in color. This is due to the effect of the iodine. The main purpose of capsule stain is to distinguish capsular material from the bacterial cell. A capsule is a gelatinous outer layer secreted by the bacterial cell, which surrounds and adheres to the cell wall. Most capsules are composed of polysaccharides, but some are composed of polypeptides. The capsule stain employs an acidic stain and a basic stain to detect capsule production. Negative staining methods contrast a translucent darker colored background with stained cells, while the capsule remains unstained. The background is formed with India ink or nigrosin or Congo red. A positive capsule stain requires a mordant that precipitates the capsule. By counter staining with dyes like crystal violet or methylene blue, the bacterial cell wall takes up the dye. Capsules appear colorless with stained cells against dark background. In this interaction, we have studied bacterial stains and various staining techniques. I hope you are now familiar with the staining procedures used to study bacteria.